Right. Soap making day. It's been a while for me to make soap. Has it been a while for you too?
Quite a while.
Okay, so our attempt is going to be this beautiful strawberry soap. We designed this in Procreate. You like using Procreate?
I do. I don't know, it's just the ability to do so much in just a little cheap little app.
Yeah. So like a super cheap app if you have an iPad or I think like iPad minis, I think work with them too. And it's really cool because you can kind of sketch everything out, and then we just printed it out from Procreate. Now, anything can happen, you guys. I already know a couple of challenges. Reds are really, really hard to accomplish, so stay tuned to see if we can nail that red. Greens are funky. Greens turn like this kind of muted, you know, brownish green.
Mushy green or vibrant green.
Exactly. And then overnight, hopefully, it'll change for the better. Hannah and I have tried this before, and every single time our frosting is never ready in time for our soap.
No matter what we do.
We're gonna do a neat little trick for our seeds, which are what color?
Yellow.
Yellow!
Yellow seeds.
Now, Hannah and I had a bet that strawberry seeds were black or yellow. I don't know why there's so many black strawberry seed designs out there, but in actuality, they're kind of like this, almost like a neon yellow.
They're yellow.
Color. So
yellow.
we went with that in our design. Stay tuned, see what this is going to end up doing for our little seeds. So what we have here, we're going to begin measuring out our lye and our water. So we want to start off with some ice. We want this stuff to cool down fast. So I'm gonna do, what are we gonna do? Okay, so my recipe requires 13.3 ounces of water. I'm gonna do like around half of that in ice. Close enough. Okay. We have 7 ounces of ice in here, and we're gonna finish up with some distilled water to 13.3. Hannah's next. Tag team.
Okay, so mine is only 11.4 ounces, so we'll do half, right? Holy
Got
heck.
just the perfect amount of ice. Round it good. She's just gonna put all the ice.
6.7, so now I need 11.4.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to now do 5.7 ounces of lye for my base. So that's gonna be the red part.
5.7 or 7.5?
What's that? 5.7. I do that all the time. I have to remind myself what I said. Okay, so we always do lye into water, never the water into lye. This is going to be the safest way to put that in there. So I'm just going to mix that in. We're going to keep these on separate sides so we don't get confused. Okay, Hannah's turn.
Okay. 4.3 on not that much. Not that much.
Okay, mixing that all in, getting those last little bits. It's important to get every bit of that lye in there because this is math and this is science. And it won't be soap if you don't get the measurements right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take these and put them in the refrigerator so they can continue to cool down while we make our oils, and that way, you know, it won't be too hot when it's time to start soaping. Mine, the base recipe calls for 11.4 ounces. So I'm just gonna measure straight up in there. Maybe I should get a spatula.
Yeah,
Maybe I should get a spatula. Okay. I said 11. What was that? Okay. Y'all know these ingredients is getting more and more expensive, so you can't play no game. Perfect. Hannah's turn. Hannah's recipe is a little bit smaller because we don't need quite as much for the frosting on top. We're not going to fragrance the frosting. We are going to color a different color. So just to make it easier, we're just measuring it separately from the base oils. Next, we're going to do our palm oil. My recipe calls for 7.6 ounces.
How come this palm oil stays liquid like the other one?
But it's been really hot in here though too. Okay.
So delicious.
almost looks edible, but don't eat it. But the palm oil is really nice. It gives it a nice texture or hardness to the bar, some nice lather. All right, look at that, it fits perfectly. We're just gonna pop these in the microwave at about 30-second intervals until they're melted and pretty much clear. As you can see, we have popped this in the microwave and it's already melted. I'm just gonna give it a little stir so that it's like incorporated, because it looks like perhaps the coconut oil was heavier than the palm oil because it floats. The palm is floating on top.
It looks like it could be some pineapple juice.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pour this thing in here. All of that. Now this is the oils for the base. Okay, so this olive oil, I think I picked this up at Costco. We're just gonna do 15.2 ounces. 15.2. Oh, now Hannah's gonna do hers. Look at that. That is beautiful. And then
12 ounces.
It's a lot of olive oil for sure. And this is why we use like a lighter olive oil, because we want the color of our micas to really shine through. If you get a really dark olive oil, that color will actually remain throughout the soap. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding it harder and harder to find safflower oil. So I might have to start doing a new search or maybe even replace that in my recipe. We'll have to see. But let me know, in the comments if you're able to find it and where you're able to find it at a really good price. We're gonna do 1.9 ounces. Okay, and then Hannah's next.
1.5.
Perfect. We've done coconut, we've done olive, palm, safflower. I have castor oil as being our last one. 1.5 ounces of castor oil. Perfect. 1.9 ounces. We're just gonna add this straight to the bowl of castor. This will probably be almost this whole bottle. So now what we're gonna do is blend our oils a little bit. We're gonna do 2 ounces of our fragrance oil. Our fragrance oil is from Midwest Fragrance Company. This is called Sweet Strawberry, and we like it because it has no vanillin in it, which means our color will stay true. The greens we're gonna use are Nurture Soap's Neon Green and Nurture Soap's Green Vibrance. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this in there to make sure we get a vibrant green. So here's 1 teaspoon of this pretty green mica. 2. I'm gonna do a 1/4. Like half of a half. Just to give that a little bit of pop power. And then we're gonna take some of Hannah's oil and mix it before we put the color in. All right, let's do like 1 ounce of that. So Hannah is just giving that a nice little stir so we can incorporate that mica into the oil so we get a nice dispersion of mica into our soap batter. This will be for the frosting. So now Hannah is going to pour that oil into the bowl. Get all that good stuff in there. So we're just going to color the oils and then we're going to add the lye water. And we're just going to stick blend these oils. So we are not fragrancing this, so we're just going to go ahead and pour the lye water directly into this bowl. Now, see how beautiful this color is? It's about to change. But don't worry, we're hoping day 2, after maybe 18 to 24 hours, it returns to a normal color. This is called faith in action. We made this one. Sure, this was yours, right?
Yes. Yes.
I turned a little bit. You see that?
Never mind.
I almost thought it was gonna stay. now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a little trial by fire. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon of that. Beautiful. What is this called? Bright Red by Siso. Look at that one on Amazon. So let's hopefully give it some nice bright red. Okay, so that was Vibrance Yellow from Nursery Soap. An ounce of our oil from the batch. Scaling an ounce. Oh, got a little side. That's all right. And then for this one, let's do like a third of an ounce, right? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And then,
do you want to separate the yellow from the big batch?
okay, so that's our yellow. How's that look?
I like it.
And then, look at that. Look at that. That richness. Okay. Beautiful. Now we're going to add our lye water to the oils for the main batch. Okay. And I am just going to do a little tiny blending. I think that's good. I'm not going to go no more than that. That's enough. We're trying to keep it workable.
That's fine, because we have an ounce in there, right? Oh, like half an ounce?
6 ounces.
I said it.
6 ounces. All right. That's more.
It looks like it should be enough.
Our yellow, and we're just going to add it to the batch. And that should give us a nice, strong yellow. I just recently watched this technique on Tree Marie Soapery. And so she said we should do this like at a medium trace. And I think we getting there pretty fast. So I did not fragrance this because I want this to come out of this bottle. Don't make it too thick. I think we're doing pretty good at sticking to the drawing, huh?
Mm-hmm. The colors are pretty good.
Yeah. Janae is not a neat soaper, so as you can see. Now we're adding in our red mica. This is real slippery. Don't fall out of my hand. Okay. Hoping to get that deep strawberry red, just like our picture. I don't know. Stay tuned. You'll find out. It's gonna come out right. It's magic. And 2 ounces of fresh strawberry fragrance oil. Smells just like strawberry fields. Amazing. Okay. A little agitation before we begin our mixation. Ooh.
I like that.
Ooh.
It already looks good.
Ooh. Yeah, that looks like we should eat that. Don't eat it. Nice thin trace. I would say this fragrance oil makes trace slow down, huh?
You want to check the green to see if that...
We didn't put any fragrance oil on that one. So in comparison, look at this. Look at how thick that is. This is great. We want it.
It's going faster than I read.
That's all right. We want it to be faster. But look at that. That is without the fragrance oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the only difference. Was the fragrance oil.
That's good though.
So it shows that that fragrance oil does slow down trace a little bit. Now we're going to pour it. Let's talk about what we did here. So in the mold, we have our liners. This mold is from Lulu Soap Tools. So what we did was we try to line, add little lines so we know where we want the lines of our seeds to be using our pipette and our squeeze bottle method. And so now we're just going to go ahead and pouring our soap batter into the mold. And we're just going to fill up this whole thing because we're going to use the squeezy bottles to put our seeds in. You see, look, it's getting thicker.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing this perfect. I think. Oh, okay, well, let's scrape the rest of that out of there. This is reverse scraping. This takes a special kind of skill. Oh, can you smell that, Anna? Okay. Looks like mustard. You look like mustard to you?
Mm-hmm.
It's like ketchup and mustard. If it don't work out good, it's gonna be ketchup and mustard soap.
And then relish on top.
Tree Marie Soapery advises us to get it going a little bit so we don't get any like little air bubbles. I'm going all the way down. I'm gonna come up a little bit, okay? You see where I'm at?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. I'm squeezing. I don't know how fast I'm just squeezing. And I came up a little bit. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got an air bubble. So that bar is gonna be weird. Oops, I got another one. Okay. That's why she said make sure you have air bubbles. We're gonna have some strawberry explosions down there.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. And then this sucks up. I don't know if we're gonna get any perfect with it. These will be good.
Yeah, try to run.
Okay.
Okay, ready? In between each one you do it now.
I don't know if we got that much. All right, ready? Where we going now?
In between each of the ones you did.
Okay, and higher.
Yes.
So about right here. I'm assuming it's coming out. Gonna tap in between each one, make sure we're getting stupid air bubbles.
And I think we should just repeat at the bottom.
Okay, like right on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Somewhere right there.
right here. Is that too high?
You just went up and then down.
And I'm just squeezing. I'm trying to be continuous, but I really can't tell what I'm doing. I hope something's coming out. What if nothing's coming out?
Oh.
Right here.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm pressing on
This is why you should do it, not me.
It's Hannah's turn. Ready? Come on, you want to do one.
Is it in the middle or?
Let's do next to it. To the right of every line. Okay.
So like, right here. Right here.
Yeah. So we'll match that same pressure. Lift this straight up and get it going again. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. You're gonna have some splattering seeds.
Try run. I think we're out.
Smooth it. Just because I don't want like little air pockets and stuff. in there. When we frost it, just want to be flat and beautiful. And frosting will lay right on top, hopefully. So I feel like I'll use a little more batter. Okay, so it did take a little while for our frosting to set up. So my assistant Hannah had to go home for the day. But we're just gonna go ahead and finish up. So in here we put our frosting, we mixed it up, we put the green in there, we left out the fragrance oil. And maybe if we put our fragrance oil in, it would have set up quicker, but we didn't want to take any chances. So the green is looking really nice and everything right here. And I would say we let this set for about an hour before I think it's finally ready to pipe. So we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, so you can see we have our frosting here. I'm just gonna put it into the bag. Like that. Okay, so we're just gonna pinch this together here. Carefully lift this thing up. Just gonna start piping. It's so roomy. But I don't think it has to be perfect because these are just supposed to be like little leaves, you know, like this is the strawberry leaves at the top, you know. This is just, you know, and whew. Okay. I'm gonna do a tiered. It's coming out so fast. I think it's gonna set up at all. And well, as you can see, it is not setting up at all. Well, we tried. It's gonna have an interesting texture. We did try. Next time we'll let this set up a little bit more. Okay, so here's a little close-up of it. It will have an interesting texture down here. I really can't wait to see what that's gonna look like cut. I think it'll work out though. I think it'll still turn out pretty cool, so definitely stay tuned for the cut. Okay, so it's actually been more than 18 hours later. So we actually gave it like 3 days. My frosting, it did harden up finally. It was crazy. Like, it was literally about 6 hours later, I think, that I came back and it was still like a soft texture. So I just loaded it back into the frosting bag, mixed it up a little bit, and went ahead and frosted the last bit that I had left in that bag. So it wasn't a total disaster. So we'll look at it, we'll give it a cut, we'll see what it looks like on the inside. Hopefully it comes out close to what our drawing looked like. So I'm just gonna take the whole thing out at this point. So we can get to the end pieces. Look at that, it's beautiful. Okay, so look at here. We're ready to cut our strawberry, fresh cut strawberry scented soap. Here we go. Cutting through. All right, let's pull one out of the middle and see what she. All right, look at that. We have the raindrop pattern in here for the strawberry seeds, right? Frosting set up pretty good. Look at that. And even our drops have like a little bit of difference, like in their pattern on the back, you know? Nice, we got different size ones. And it's because we were learning like how hard to squeeze the bottle as it was going through. But that is pretty good. I don't even know. The little seeds came out really nice on this one. Some of these came out really cool. I like that one. Cool thing about cold processed soap is that you don't know what to expect. You know, that one's a good one too. You just never know what's gonna pop out of the mold. You know, now we got to this one's weird, y'all. This one's weird. That's because my frosting ran out, and it's gonna be more interesting. And this one's got a little bit of a lower top to it, so that one's, I think that was like almost what I was going for, but I'll definitely be making this one again. Okay, this is quite a process, I will admit, but I'm definitely gonna try it again. It was so much fun. So definitely stay tuned to see what else we might come up with. But look at this, we got the frosted top, right? And we've got the red, really, really red for the strawberry. And then we do have like the little seeds. We want the yellow for the little seeds. Here's our original design, and here is our soap. So how do we do? How close do we get to taking this design and creating a real life soap to mimic it? If you like this video, please subscribe so you can see more of this amazing content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all of the alerts. This will be available on our website after it cures at the end of May. So stay tuned to our social media when we post the release for this one. Thanks for watching and have a great day.